Hey everyone! Let's play! Yeah! Hey! Today we're gonna start our series for Gradius III, a fantastic SNES game that we played from our childhood, which chronicles the adventures of the spaceship Vic Viper. Great porn name, but in this case, it's a spaceship. This is a favorite game of mine, which gets quite challenging later on in the game. We had been trying to record this earlier using the Retro Duo with the original cartridge, but we were having problems with glitches, so we went ahead and got it for the Wii store, so we're playing it through the Wii now.
Yeah, that's a little
tricky?
Not tricky, my controller feels funny.
Feels funny?
Yeah. You might notice a difference when you start too.
Are you using the joystick or the...
Hell no!
Okay. We shall find out.
What are you doing? Slinking around like a slinker.
That's what slinkies do.
Use a slinky dog.
Feel weird to you?
Really. But then again, like when we were trying to play earlier, I was playing with this totally screwed up controller.
Blame it on the alcohol.
Never do that again.
I regret that. At least I'm honest.
Remember when Jamie Foxx thought he was a singer? Say it to my face. Say it to my face. You come into my atmosphere. You make fun of me. No. That will not fly. Not like me.
I like the music.
These are always songs that I like to practice when I'm warming up on my drums.
That's interesting because I totally had a different direction in my mind, and I'm glad I did not say it because it would have been so awkward and weird.
Get your mind out of the gutter.
What?
I don't know what you were thinking.
Along the terms of rock out with your cock out, but then it's like, nah,
yeah.
Nah, jam out with your clam out. It's like, nah.
I don't know what's going on. We're still getting the graphical glitches we got earlier. It must be the game.
I think it's actually the card, probably. Or are you talking about on screen right now?
On screen right now.
Well, I mean,
Like how they're getting those like black lines.
it's probably a little overkill.
Because
I mean, not for the system, but I mean, they got a lot of shit going on at once.
But I mean, it'll still do it. Like even when I'm not firing my lasers. I'll show you when I get a second.
I mean, I understand what you're saying.
Well, I know, but you just don't believe it.
I believe it. I
All right,
see it.
Look. See, no lasers, and it's still doing it. Yep.
Fuck you.
Like I needed any more.
Yeah.
I think I'm at the point where I get extra lives and it no longer shows them on the top of the screen.
Probably.
Oh, for those who didn't know, we entered a code to get 30 extra lives, because while we're not going to need them this early in the game, we'll certainly need them when we get to the high speed zone.
Clearly, you don't need them right now.
Nah. I'm a fucking tank right now.
Ching ching.
Oddly enough, you probably would have never guessed, but our dad was great at this game.
Oh, he was.
He was probably the best one at this game, which is weird because at the time we were starting to play it, I think he was like 40, early 40s.
Yep.
And it's the only game that he was actually really good at. Like, I think he's the only one of us that actually got to, or maybe got past the bosses on parade.
Yep.
I don't get it, because I have a hard enough time with the fucking Grease Lightning Zone. And that's not, I guess it's not officially called Grease Lightning Zone. I think that's just what we called it. It's officially called like a High Speed Zone. But Grease Lightning Zone just sounds much cooler. Grease Lightning! Go, Grease Lightning! But then you realize that it came from the movie,
Grease?
yes, and then all of a sudden it loses all credibility.
Yeah.
Go, Grease Lightning! Go, Grease Lightning! It's electrifying! Alright, Travolta. Fucking weirdo. The dude is weird.
A little.
No, he's really weird.
Well, I mean, he was good in Pulp Fiction, but that's probably because he was fucking weird anyway.
No, I don't mean that. I mean, he's done some, like, weird things in the past couple of years.
I don't know if I want to know.
Involving, like, massage therapists.
Okay. I said I didn't think that I wanted to know, and now I definitely wish that you had not said anything.
I just kind of wonder where that conversation would have gone like. Hey, you wanna do me a little solid here and finish me off?
Joe! You sounded more like Christopher Walken with that.
Nah.
A little, yeah.
Nah, Christopher Walken is much different.
It sounded kind of similar.
You'll know. I don't like the way you're going about talking. I can't do a Christopher Walken. But that's more the mannerisms, how he talks.
Yeah, what about that? Wait.
What?
The
Mice in the cream.
mice in the cream.
Mice in the cream.
Yeah, in the bucket, Saturday Night Live.
I haven't watched Saturday Night Live in a long time. Sad to say, I was more of a fan of Mad TV. They were way more edgier. They got by with so much crap, and I don't understand how.
May!
Well, I mean, this was like early on in the series. They got by with so much, which is weird because they weren't like a really established show, and they didn't really. They went on late, but not as late as Saturday Night Live. If I remember correctly, Mad TV came on Friday night at like 11. Whereas Saturday Night Live was Saturday at like midnight, I think. But they got by with so much crap. And if you get a chance to watch that series, go for it, because it's definitely worth it. Well, at least the earlier seasons. I know that it got pretty bad like later on in the seasons when they lost a lot of their star players. But it's a funny series. A lot of edgy humor. A lot of memorable characters. Oh crap, I'm at the wrong side of the screen. That's alright, I got my tank. I don't even need power-ups. I'm just so fucking awesome. Look at me. Look at me!
Hey.
Alright. I guess now's as good a time as any.
Are we talking about it?
Yes.
Okay.
My theory on the name Dick.
Uh-huh.
So, obviously, what we're supposed to believe is that Dick comes from the name Richard.
Yep.
That can't be it.
I just don't know how you would get that from that.
That's the thing. Because from Richard, you get rich. And from from Nicholas, you get Nick.
And
Dick does not come from Richard, which makes me believe that at some point in time, there was a name Dicholas. And
Dicholas?
no, Dicholas, like Nicholas.
Oh my god, really?
I believe this was actually a name at some point in time. But I guess at about the time when Dick came around as being a slang term for the male genitalia, I have a feeling like kids in colonial time, or whenever,
Dicholas, get back inside, it's getting dark out.
like they would be in school with the other kids, and this is right around the time where Dick became the slang for the male genitalia. So you'd have these other kids in the school with the Dicholases, and they'd start making fun of them. They'd say, Dicholas, 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 Dicholas. So then, at some point, all these Dicholases said, you know what? Enough is enough. We can't take it anymore.
All these Dicholases? Really?
So they held a convention. They had the convention, the Great Convention of Dicholases.
Of elementary school?
The Convention of Dicholases of 1768.
Oh my god. Okay.
And they got all the Dicholases across the country together.
Uh-huh.
And they met and they had a meeting and they said, enough is enough. We've been the butt of so many jokes and it's all because of this Dicholas stuff. So we need to come up with a solution. I mean, the name, making fun of our name doesn't even make sense. And you'll have one guy that stands up and says, yeah, it doesn't make sense. I mean, I've got a wife and kids. Clearly, I'm not Dicholas. And then another fat bastard Dicholas stands up in the back of the room and says, now hold on, maybe your wife was just getting a little on the side, And then an even fatter Dicholas in the back just stands there and says, hey, we can't go doubting ourselves or we're no better than everyone else that's already making fun of us. So then they all decided, yes, we can't have this anymore. We're gonna scrap the name Dicholas, and we'll just tell everyone that Dick is short from Richard. We'll never have this problem again.
Uh-huh.
So they wiped it from all the record books. The meeting essentially never took place. The name Dicholas never existed. And I have a feeling that because I've exposed this conspiracy, I might disappear. And if I disappear, it's because all of the Dicholases took me.
All the Dicholases took you?
All of those Dicholas bastards took me.
Oh my god, why? You have a very creative mind, Joe.
I just get bored sometimes. But if I do end up going missing, and you never find my body, because it'll probably be harder to find my body than Jimmy Hoffa.
Oh my god!
Just because it's such a well-maintained secret, and they buried the conspiracy so deep. If I do go missing, and I'm considered to be dead, I want you guys to write on my tombstone, taken by the Dicholases.
I'll keep that in mind. Wow. See, now I thought you were going to take it an entirely different direction by saying, oh yeah, Dick from Richard, well, there must have been a Richard that was a real asshole and just was a fucking dick. So they started calling him Dick.
Now that would be too obvious.
Apparently, all the fucking Dicholases, it's all they're doing.
The Dicholases, man. And I'm sorry for anyone who was actually named Dick. But you gotta realize, your name did not come from Richard. Your parents lied to you. And I actually went to school with a guy named Richard, who we called Dick sometimes, but I don't think he liked being called Dick.
I don't think anybody would, really.
Well, I mean some people. Dick Nixon. But that guy must have been the biggest Dicholas of all.
I dodged a bullet. Because if I had been born a boy, I would have been named after Granddad.
Oh, that's right. We do have a Dicholas in the family.
I would have been William Dick. Which is just bad, because then you have Willie Dick. Elementary school would have been rough. And middle school.
Just as long as you don't tell people your full name.
That's why I didn't. But still, that would have been bad.
Okay. Oh my gosh, look at all these graphical errors. I got squares and shit on me.
You got squares that shit on you?
Yes. Squares that are shitting on me. But I enjoy every minute of it.
Oh. Zing!
Yep. I had the hardest time dodging these lasers when I was a kid. Oh, times haven't changed apparently.
At least you made it further than I did.
I could have sworn that I had one more hit left in me before my shield wore off.
Oh, I'm all the way back in the beginning. Nah. Yeah? Because I ate shit.
On the first level?
Yeah! Because I was slow and my control felt funny.
I wasn't keeping track.
Now I'm super fast.
I'm super fast!
Oh!
Wow!
Wow! Whoo!
Well, on that note, I think that's the end of the first episode.
Yep, I would agree.
Alrighty then. Hopefully, we'll survive the Dicholases.